All right, friends, I have some time and I figured I'm going to do a reaction video to Greg Doucette, the gym lifting, recruiting, fitness gear slave himself, Greg Doucette. He's doing a video about Bumstead. So, Greg Doucette says, you think Chris Bumstead has fallen off? I don't know. Has he? Let's find out.
YouTube.
Well, certainly not the views on his last video, nor his level of muscle mass.
All right.
And so Cbum is now retired, and he has a dad bod. His words, not mine.
He's retired and is a dad bod. He just did a show. What are you talking about?
Spoiler alert, I've already watched the video, and he's lost 15 pounds of muscle already. And so although his views are...
He lost 15 pounds of artificial muscle? Taking artificial hormones? Okay, Greg.
eyed 145,000 in 18 hours. They're nothing the way they were when he was competing. Does anyone actually think?
So he lowered the wasting drugs, and the wasting drugs are not preserving the energy, the glycogen in the muscle, giving him that appearance that he has muscle. Oh, okay, yeah, 15 pounds. Okay, well, whatever.
Think that Cbum is going to go natural, that he's not going to continue to use steroids.
It's been a long time since I've worked out, since I've YouTubed, since I've done pretty much anything. Got back from Prague and...
Yeah, he's gonna go natural. Natural.
Gave up on life. Not actually, but
I mean, tell me what human is natural on this planet right now. They're all eating artificial food, which is making them unnatural. They're all domesticated at this point. So what's natural exactly? They eat so much unnatural food. What's natural?
been like letting my body relax.
And so since Prague, it's been about 3 weeks, he hasn't set foot on the gym. He isn't training. He hasn't been eating a lot of protein. He's just been living his life. Official dad bod standard has been dropped. I just don't give a fuck what I eat anymore. I had a bagel with cream cheese for breakfast. Chris has truly fallen off the train. What a madman.
Wow, pure slave food diet.
And so what a madman. It's okay if you have a bagel with cream cheese and peanut butter for breakfast. We're going to forgive you.
If you have a slave food diet, bread with seeds on it and some weird stuffed sauce, well, the salmon's good though.
But remember, when you're a bodybuilder being obsessed with being the best bodybuilder in the world, when you suddenly eat like most human beings, it feels like you're doing something wrong.
You guys know I like to take some time off after.
You know, when I see bagels and people eat these foods and everything and they just put a little piece of meat in there and they have all this fake food around it, whatever, it's like, what's the problem? Are you that poor you can't afford to eat real food? You have to eat slave food diet? That makes absolutely no sense. It's like people going to the buffet. I mean, you're going to the buffet, man. You're paying. You don't have to eat slave food there. Get it? But they continue in that behavior. They love to eat the slave food with a little bit of meat. I mean, I used to laugh with my friend. There was this one like buffet, like you could call it buffet. They give you a container and you can fill it up. And we would laugh. All these people would come and they would fill it up with like rice and vegetables and everything and a tiny bit of meat. What are you talking? When we went through, we would fill it up with all meat. What? Just doesn't make any sense. But okay, whatever, man.
Eating season this year did 2 shows, so I'm really giving my body the break that it needs.
Chris, after doing a competition, he says you should take a week or 2 off. You got to give your body what it needs. And typically...
Of course, he needs time off after injecting all those toxic hormones. It's drugs in your body. What do you expect if you're injecting drugs in your butt?
He takes more like 5 or 6 weeks off. I believe that Cbum, after competing, goes completely off performance.
Well, I take an entire week off before I work out now. Like I just had to really, really work out, like really go down on it hard this time because, you know what I mean? I've been like, the whole last year, the other year, now coming out of COVID, all these things, man, I could never really put it together, you know what I mean? But now I'm really putting it together, but I'm also going away too. That's another problem. I don't know if I can keep doing that there, but we'll see. Who knows? But I'm really putting it together right now. Yeah, that's the best thing to do. And like him, I'm working out once a week. He's like, weeks off. Once a week. I'll go on once a week.
Enhancing drugs. Many bodybuilders, they don't have the self-esteem, the courage, the confidence.
Hell, I already have people in the gym whispering and saying it's steroids and all that and whatever, and maybe somebody got the special technique to grow muscles. There's no special technique to grow a muscle. The technique is to damage muscles, and the food grows the muscles for you. But they don't get that.
To be able to go off. They'll continue to blast. Some will even increase the doses following a competition. My personal opinion, now that I'm older, is that
They'll increase the drug dosages following the competition. Why? Because you got to preserve more energy in there to look full and pumped.
probably should be going on HRT. When I was younger, I used to go completely off. I would go on cycle, do a competition, and then stop. Would lose a lot of muscle. Most likely, he's doing this because of his health. He wants to clear out his receptors and ensure that he is in fact healthy. Remember,
He wants to clean out his receptors? That made absolutely no sense, but whatever.
has a very serious autoimmune disease.
I actually feel like there's this weird freedom in.
Yeah, he could die, man. He's got an autoimmune disease, man. You can imagine taking fucking these steroids. They trigger that because they're toxic. You know what triggers these? He doesn't have an autoimmune disease. The truth is this. It's something that he's doing that's causing that. You see what I mean? It's the cause of that. But of course, you know, doctors will say, he's got an autoimmune disease. You don't have an autoimmune. There's no autoimmune diseases. When you cut out these toxic injections of these toxic plants and whatever, fucking genetics, injecting plant genetics with toxins in it and eating toxic food like crazy, the slave food diet, well, what did you expect? Something weird is gonna pop out. And everyone, it's different the way it comes out. Could be psoriasis, it could be this, that, something, whatever, I don't know. You get the idea.
Of I don't give a fuck what I eat. I was eating bagels and cream cheese for breakfast. I had some eggs with it too.
And so he doesn't give a fuck what he eats.
See, he doesn't give a fuck what he eats, slave food diet, then he shouldn't give a fuck about the autoimmune disease, right? See what I mean? Don't complain.
Fuck yeah. Eats whatever the heck he wants, and he doesn't worry about protein.
Well, my meals have been having 30 grams of protein. I've been hitting maybe 140, 150 grams of protein.
140 grams of protein, when you're a 250-pound bodybuilder, it's still plenty. It's not as if he's suddenly going to lose a lot of muscle. Remember, he's not even going into the gym. He's not on steroids, and so he doesn't need the 3 to 350 grams of protein that he once had.
But just not caring about food has been such a energizing, relieving thing for me to do. And even the other day, I was going for a bike ride. And I came back, bought a little bike too, just a $600 bike, not a speed bike or anything crazy like that.
And so Cbum, he went and bought a bicycle.
See, the problem is this, you know, there's not much you can do in bodybuilding, this fake bodybuilding, because it's, you know, he's retiring, he's young still, and now he's bored, he doesn't know what to do with himself.
It's only $600. That's okay, Chris. Even though you're perhaps making $6 million a year or more, it's okay if you start with a $600 bicycle. He went out for a bike ride, and Courtney says, "Why are you eating that cookie if you're doing cardio?" His response, "The cardio is for my health. It's for my heart." Just like Sam Sulik preaches, Coach Greg, and so on. That is what you need.
Cardio, listen to the word cardio itself. It's not healthy. Man, if you're you're not exercising your heart, you're destroying your heart. And it's an organ that is very difficult to regenerate. It doesn't just exactly regenerate.
To do. And so he's not doing cardio to burn off calories, to have single-digit body fat. He's doing it for his health, and that is great to hear.
Getting back in the gym after that time off has been tough. I've had one workout since, and everything is achy.
Because he took off so much time from the gym, his first workout back, he struggled. His heart rate was too high.
Greg, why do you have to repeat everything that he says? We already heard what he said. Why do you have, you know, his heart rate is high, struggling. He just said that. What's the matter with Greg?
Was aching. It never felt very good. Don't copy Cbum. This is one of the best bodybuilders in the world. If you, a viewer at home, were to say, "Oh, I'm just going to take 3 weeks off. I'm going on vacation," the heck with lifting weights.
Yeah.
The heck with dieting. It's Christmas season. It's the holidays.
He does it for a job, not like these other people who are gym slaves. You understand me? Lifting slaves at the gym.
Let's just stop going to the gym and relax. Let's put our feet up.
Why does he have to go to the gym, Greg? He doesn't get paid. He's not working. He's off. He's retired.
And sit back and enjoy the holidays. Doesn't that make sense? After all, we worked so hard all year. Don't we deserve this time off?
Yeah, I want to slave myself at the gym forever and ever and ever. I want to be a slave, whatever, lifting slave there. Yeah, sure. Go through all this grueling shit and everything. Greg's nuts, man. Whatever.
No, you don't. What were you thinking? When you start relaxing, sitting back, enjoying life, and you think,
That's when it's the best, when you sit back and enjoy life and enjoy yourself. It's unnatural for humans to lift anything or to do any of this crazy stuff. So, what are you talking about, Greg? It's unnatural for your body to do these things. Your body doesn't like that. That's why it's stressful.
I know I'll retire, I'll go on the beach, I'll lay out in the sand, and
Yes.
I'll enjoy life.
Yes, exactly. That's the point. Going to the beach, laying out in the sand, going in the water. Cancun, here I come.
Finally, it doesn't work like that. Life is
What do you mean it doesn't work like that? Of course it does.
about taking on challenges and overcoming them. And as soon as
Oh, I love this one. Taking on challenges and overcoming them. There's no such thing as challenges in nature. That's something you're fabricating because you don't know what to do with yourself, probably, because you're not. You're not out there surviving. You're not hunting and stuff and eating and doing particular things in nature. So you're in this world. They've done everything for you. So they give you a chance to act out. Yeah, okay.
you relax and you stop, that is when your life enjoyment, it actually goes down. And so sooner or later,
Absolutely not. When I stop, my enjoyment and my life goes up. When I lift, man, my body aches, it hurts, my knees hurt, my back hurts, everything hurts like crazy. I'm in pain right now, and it's been getting worse now all of a sudden because I think this was the 6th or 7th time I came into the gym. It's my 7th session, or 6th or 7th. I'm not sure exactly, but whatever.
you're going to get bored. And I'm telling you, many people out there who aren't at Chris's level,
I do not get bored. Absolutely not. And I love being in a hot climate on the beach and everything. And sometimes I go there for months sometimes. I can stay there for months, hang out. No, man. No. Greg's lying to you.
if you take a couple of weeks off the gym, let's call it 3, you're probably not going to go back. You're going to get used to eating that junk food, those cookies, candies, and so on that
Actually, no. I enjoy eating natural food. Actually, I really enjoy it. The more I eat, the better I feel. Yeah.
everyone's eating at Christmas time. And when it's time for the holidays to be over, you're going to find it very difficult to stop.
Mentally, it's more of a battle than anything, so I just have to force myself to come work out, get through my workout, and just move.
Yeah, you want to know why he has to force himself to go there, to work out, to get in this and whatever? You want to know why? Because it's unnatural. That's why everybody has to force themselves. People, they don't look happy in the gym when they're working out. I observe people. They're not smiling and laughing, go, yeah, I'm having a good time. This is amazing. This is great, eh? You know, beating up my body, lifting these weights. Man, but when you're on the beach, people are so friendly, happy. They're going nuts, bro. They can't stop talking to you and telling you about the water, the beach, having a good time, smiling and everything. But ain't nobody smiling in no gym, broski.
And slowly.
And so Chris is saying it's hard to get back into the swing of things. He has to force himself to get back into the gym. And that's
Yeah, to slave yourself is difficult. Nobody wants to be a slave, Greg.
Chris saying it. A man with more dedication, motivation than almost anyone.
But right now, I'm literally going like 50%. 50% of my max.
Right now, Cbum, he doesn't even have a tan. And he's only going at 50% RPE. And so no wonder he's already lost 15 pounds of muscle. That is clearly why.
Well, give me a break, Greg. Guess because he's going 50% less of his max or whatever. That's why he's losing muscle. No, he's not. He's on drugs.
Mike Israetel did not earn his IPB Pro card.
But I'm gonna have to figure out what my goals are for fitness because I need goals to move myself forward.
He doesn't just quit. He doesn't just retire. He sets out something new, something to challenge himself with because that's what life is all about.
Comment below what the fuck you.
That's not what life is all about. Life is about one thing: you procreating, creating more DNA. That's what life is about. Your presence or your job on this planet is to create more DNA so that the cycle of life can repeat itself. That's what it is. Yes. Okay. You may not like that, you may not want to hear that, but that's the truth. Okay? And then you die, and then you get reabsorbed. Your energy gets reabsorbed back into nature, where it belongs. Yeah.
You guys want to see me film that I'm ready.
Like they say, energy cannot be created and it cannot be destroyed. Now, man can manipulate, but it can't create. So, energy can't be created, can't be destroyed. Therefore, energy's always been here. because it can't be created. It's always been there, and it can't be destroyed. So it cannot be destroyed. It's the alpha and the omega. There's no beginning and there's no end to energy.
Tired old man.
I'd like to see Chris Bumstead race on Zwift.
Bruh.
That's what I want to see.
So, want to get the most at the least always in bodybuilding.
For the next 2 weeks, he's going to get the most out of the least. He's going to go good range of motion, work through the range, and not train quite so hard. You should always get a good range of motion.
Yes, sir!
Why not just do this all the time? And so the only difference really is that he's lowered the intensity. Essentially, he's done a deload. He stopped training in the gym, and he's starting back very, very gently. Now remember, when he was training for the Olympia, Prague, and so on, he most likely was blasting hella gear. And so his ability to build muscle, recover, and so on, it was...
He's aging. He's losing his looks. He's losing his looks. His looks are, his youth and his looks are going because this shit is aging the shit out of him, man.
Through the roof. But now, likely not on anything, probably not even on HRT, he's clearly not able to train as hard as he once had. And so he has a new baseline. He's training at 50%. He's going easy. He's stretching the muscles. He does not want to get injured.
I literally don't think I had cream cheese for 15 years. Now I have it every day because it's absolutely incredible. I put a bagel with cream cheese and I'll put almond butter on top of the cream cheese too.
And so Cbum, he likes bagels and cream cheese so much, but he hasn't had it in 15 years. This is how much he liked bodybuilding. 15 years ago when Cbum was 14, that's when he stopped eating bagel and cream cheese. He must have thought, you know what, 5 or 10 years from now, when I start bodybuilding and I want to become the Mr. Olympia champion, I have to prepare for it in advance. I'm 14, I'm cutting out the bagels, cutting out the cream cheese. In 4 years from now, when I'm in...
I'm cutting out the bagels, the cream cheese, man. Just cut out all the slave food diet, dude.
High school, I'm probably going to start dieting for a competition, and so I need to get a head start. I'm starting now. Now listen, you don't have to cut out a bagel and cream cheese. Now perhaps when you're on a diet, bodybuilding and so on, I would suggest you go easy on that. You perhaps don't eat them all the time, but there are lower fat cream cheeses, bagels that are higher in fiber, lower in carbs, and so you can in fact eat this even when you're on a diet. Oddly enough, I'm watching him train where he's saying he's going at 50%, and he's still training harder than many people do in the gym. And so when Chris says he's going 50% of reps in reserve RIR, with which he doesn't really understand.
50% of my max. RPE, reps in reserve, or whatever the fuck people call it.
He's not telling the truth. He doesn't understand it. He's still pushing himself. I would argue he's still training harder than Mike Israetel when he's prepping for competition. But see, the difference is this. Cbum, he preps his skin and he gets a proper tan.
If everyone tells me when I say I want to do hybrid-esque bodybuilder, they're like, do high rocks, especially Calvin. Absolutely not.
People, they've been suggesting that Chris Bumstead, he starts doing high rocks. He's like, yeah, no.
Bruh.
Not happening. High rocks is mostly cardio. Yes, you're doing some lifting, but it's a heck of a lot of running. And for Chris, if his heart rate is constantly through the roof, that ain't lifting weights, that's doing cardio.
Like, doing... I can't even talk right now.
And so notice, he says,
I can't even talk right now.
does that sound like a guy who's training at 50%?
For some type of a competition fitness related. It's a tough question. Natural bodybuilding? No, I don't know. Be between CrossFit and Olympic lifting.
The people
Well, it ain't cosmetic bodybuilding, now is it? Now is it Cbum, right? It isn't cosmetic bodybuilding. Natural, like a natural bodybuilding, natural. Yeah, it's not cosmetic. Yeah, dude.
would you ever...
In other words, natural is most likely not going to be fake, but then again, people eat artificial fake diets called carbohydrates, creating these fake artificial muscles, yeah.
do a natural bodybuilding competition? He says the answer is no. It's between CrossFit and Olympic lifting.
I just feel like the amount of fucking cardio I'd have to do to get in shape for CrossFit and the amount of mobility I'd have to do for Olympic lifting would take me years, so it feels daunting.
CrossFit, heck no, but perhaps he would
CrossFit sucks, man.
do Olympic lifting. But in regards to natural bodybuilding, there's no way he's going to do it. Once you've seen your physique on stage at perhaps over 250 pounds, it's very difficult to lose what could be potentially 50 pounds of muscle. Imagine Chris Bumstead competing on stage as a natural. Yes, he would look amazing, but in comparison to Chris Bumstead...
How would you know he would look amazing competing as a natural on stage, Greg? How do you know that? How do you know he would?
on steroids, he would be a shadow, smaller version of his former self. And so my opinion,
Yeah, he'd be a shadow version of himself. See, there you go. You just admitted it.
very difficult to go from enhanced to natural, much easier to go from natural to enhanced.
Enhanced? Enhanced means exactly what it means. It doesn't mean building muscle. It means enhanced. Your performance is enhanced. What are you talking about? See, listen to yourself, Greg. You're such a doofus, man. You're such an idiot. Enhanced, enhanced performing doesn't mean building. Get it, dude?
Clearly.
What? No, I just feel skinny and out of shape.
And so does Cbum have body dysmorphia? He says he feels skinny and out of shape.
I competed in the mid 250s in Prague, and the other day, I don't know what happened, but I have 237 one day when I woke up, and that was a bad day.
One of the days since Prague where he was perhaps just over 250 pounds, he woke up and he was 237.
You want to know why? Because it's fake muscle, man. It's glycogen. But Greg, you already know these things, man. Come on, wake up.
That was
Steroids don't build muscles, man. They're wasting drugs. They retain energy in the muscle, specifically. They retain and they recycle proteins. That's what they do.
a bad day. And so when Cbum looks down at the scale, he weighs himself occasionally, and he sees a number under 240, it makes him have a bad day. It hurts his ego, his self-esteem. He doesn't like looking small. He does not want to feel like a skinny bitch. And so in my opinion, that does in fact look like he perhaps has some body dysmorphia. Imagine if you were 6'1" and 237 pounds and single-digit body fat. Imagine if you would have a bad day because of your appearance, because you appear to be a little bit small. It ain't small. It's absolutely gigantic. That's what she said.
But I've lost like 10
You mean he's not filled with cooties in there? Cooties and carbohydrates and cooties and smoothies?
pounds, and I put on some body fat. So realistically, that means I've lost probably almost 15 pounds of muscle.
Lost pounds and lost body fat. How do you know it's pure muscle that you lost there, or Bumstead? You're so full of shit, man. Steroids don't build muscles, dude. Nuclei do. But that thing has a nuclear domain limit.
And you're thinking, how is it possible? How can he lose 15 pounds of muscle in 3 weeks? The answer is simple. He stopped taking steroids. What do you think happens? So here's the problem. Cbum doesn't talk to Coach Greg anymore. We used to be friends. Cbum is more popular than ever. He has so many new friends. But what he's really missing out on is his T-plug. If Cbum were on terkestrone and GO2 max, he would not be losing 15 pounds of muscle. He would have still been going to the gym. And yeah, I know when you stop taking steroids, you're going to lose some muscle. But it doesn't have to be 15 pounds in 3 weeks. Maybe.
Why? 15 pounds in 3 weeks of glycogen, phony muscle, sarcoplasmic artificial muscle growth? Yeah. It's kind of obvious, man. If you really are a bodybuilder, you should know these things. Come on, Greg.
5 pounds, maybe even 10. But if he had terkestrone and GO2 max, had more energy, trained harder, he would.
Yeah, energy. What's energy? Oh, carbohydrates. Oh, what kind of energy are you putting in your muscles? Oh, glycogen. Oh, that's what's building my muscles. Glycogen. Oh, okay. GO2 max builds glycogen muscles.
For certain be able to retain more muscle than friggin' last time. See?
Yeah, you'll be able to retain more glycogen in the muscle than last time, yes.
Let me do you a solid. You can use code Greg for 15% off. Click the link in the description. Remember, Cbum can afford it. He doesn't need to get free terkestrone from his.
Okay, yes, Greg, I'm on it. I'm clicking the link right away. I'm going to be ordering some of the Geo Max because I want to build some phony muscles. Yeah.
Uzbekistan, of which Coach Greg managed to smuggle across the border.
I don't look bad, and Courtney's like, you have body dysmorphia. I'm like, I don't look bad. I still look great. But the drastic change of being fucking what I look like in Prague or the Olympia to now, it's just a big variance.
Here.
Epic finale to the Venom trilogy.
Big variance.
Here's the thing.
Because it's cosmetic, dude. That's why. It's cosmetic. It's fake. You have to keep taking the drug to keep that fake look, and the drug will eventually kill you if you keep doing it. You know what I mean? Depends. I don't know. Well, yeah, it depends. I don't know. Look at, what's his name? Michael Hearn. He hasn't died yet, has he? And then there's this other bodybuilder that just retired at 50 or whatever. He hasn't died either, so okay. And he was a pro.
May not have body dysmorphia because he recognizes this. He says, I'm still a top 1% physique. It's still top 0.1%. Remember that. And so although he's smaller than in Prague.
No, it's only top at the competition, providing he keeps taking the drugs. He's not that top 1% anymore. It's gone, that physique. Even Arnold isn't Arnold without his steroids. So Cbum without his steroids isn't even Cbum.
He's still far bigger, far leaner than the vast majority of the world's bodybuilding
No, he's not, because he's dropping the cutting drugs and everything, and his body is going to get fat right away. It's going to go back to homeostasis. Get it? You understand, man? You understand, fucking Greg? Are you listening?
population. It's just to see yourself go from looking like Cbum on stage in Prague to Cbum right now without it.
I know, you can't handle it. You see, here's the problem with these people. To go from seeing yourself cosmetic, taking these cosmetics and going back to something natural is horrible. Your natural look looks terrible. Let me tell you something. I'm natural. And really, I've already dumped a lot of, I'm getting leaner, I'm getting more muscular again, a bunch of stuff. I look so good natural, bro. And I'm not on steroids, get it? But my workouts are definitely grueling for a guy at 57. I mean, coming into the gym every week and then knocking a couple hours straight through, these crazy workouts that you have to do, right? I typically full body workout, upper body, and then lower body, upper body. It's horrendous, the workout. I have to do every single muscle group, and I'm trying to go as heavy as I can, and I'm trying to do as much as I can for reps. So, yeah, every time I have to come in and I have to do more than the last time, harder than the last time, once a week, so that I can get a donation of these nuclei to support further muscle growth and get a repair and a remodeling and blah, 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 blah. You get the idea.
10. It's very hard to witness.
But I still think I look good. I'm a fucking top 1% in terms of averages, but the big change from what I'm...
Nah, he's not going to look good. When those drugs wear off completely, he's going to look like nobody, like nothing. They actually destroy your physique. If you've been on them for a long time, they'll destroy your physique.
Used to seeing in the mirror. I'm gonna have to join my own transformation contest to get my fucking ass back in shape.
And so he's saying, I'm going to have to enter my own transformation challenge just to get myself back in shape.
You want to know how he's going to get himself back into shape? Inject liquid strength called steroids. Injecting steroid strength. Boom. And look, instant, I'm back in shape.
Chris is still in shape. He's probably at 6, maybe at most 7% body fat right now and about 240 pounds. That is a lot of muscle. But
That's
remember
not what he said. He said he got fat. He said he lost muscle and got fat. Now, anybody can say, I'm losing muscle. That doesn't mean it was muscle. You have to prove it, and he hasn't proven that was muscle. That could be, like I said, that's nothing. That's just the sarcoplasm shrinking. That's why it shrinks so fast. If it was muscle, it would never shrink like that, just like that, just go away 15 or something pounds. That's a lot. To put on even 15 pounds of real muscle is astronomically difficult. People have no clue, no idea out there how muscles are built. They don't understand, no fathom. These steroid people, they can't fathom what muscle really is, how to build it.
it's only been 3 weeks since he's been off. Chris is going to continue to lose.
3 weeks. He's off 3 weeks already, and look what happened. He got fat, and he says he lost size, whatever, muscle, bullshit muscle.
Significant amount of muscle, especially if he doesn't use testosterone and Q2 max.
Exactly. Especially, he has to use the testosterone. He has to use the GO2 max, right, Greg? Because God forbid, if he doesn't use that, he's going to fade away, right? Yeah, man.
I think I'm joking. You may not believe me. You may not have tried it. But I'm telling you, get the legit, actual, authentic testosterone from...
I believe you. I believe you.
From Uzbekistan, not the fake Chinese stuff. You know, we have proof that other companies have been selling you scam testosterone. It's not even from the plant Ajuga turkestanica that they're mislabeling it, and it's just a lie. But not Coach Greg. Sorry to break it to you. You need to get your testosterone from your favorite T-plug faster than last time. And so notice how he's doing chins past failure, doing partials at the end on his day where he's training at 50% capacity.
It's really sad to realize that I'll never be as jacked and as shredded and as huge as I was 6 weeks ago.
And I do think it's important to Cbum.
Yes, you're never going to be jacked and whatever like you were 6 weeks ago. Yes, it's unfortunate, but you could be if you did it naturally, but you never did because you're a failure. That's why. You're not going to ever be jacked because you took something fake to create something fake. Get it? You understand? Cbum. You understand, Chris? Bumstead.
Retires, there's only so many years you can abuse performance enhancing drugs, and yes, it's abuse. You might think, oh, but he's being monitored by a doctor. Even though you're being monitored by a doctor, there's still harmful things that are going to happen. It's not as if
What's the old saying? Fake it till you make it.
he's only on HRT. Now remember, if you do in fact want to get your blood work taken, you perhaps need to go on HRT, you want to take peptides and so on, why not go and contact Transcend? I've partnered with Transcend. I highly recommend them. A qualified doctor is going to go over your blood work and make sure that you get exactly what you need. And so if you're a retired bodybuilder or somebody that perhaps needs HRT, peptides, and so on, click the link in the description. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm, like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch one of those two
Exactly. Like the video if you like it.
bloops. And of course, the cookbooks, the training books, the Circle diet book, the Hard and Last Time clothing line. And don't forget, you can use code Greg for 15% off.
Of course, I'm code Greg, 15% off. Who wouldn't want to do that? What's this one over here? Popcorn. Oh, Mike Israel, man, that's a hilarious video. That physique, man. I remember some guy saying he took steroids to make that. What a waste, man. What a waste. Anyways, friends, tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel, share the video if you like it. But, I know nobody will, but whatever. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, friends.